Welcome to Crown Jewel. Now, you see the title. I'm not going to be like everyone else that loved the show because I did not. I know not everyone likes the Crown Jewel shows, but this one, Are You Serious, is the best title for this video. Because what I saw there, yeah, there was some matches that were really good. But what was this bullshit? I'm saying it right now. Now, I did not watch the kickoff show, so I don't know if there was any matches or not. Normally, Triple H don't normally do matches on the kickoff, so I'm not even considering it. But this is what we got. First match, which I did not expect it to be Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. I didn't expect it. I thought maybe it might be a six-man tag. Maybe it might be Omos versus a Braun Strowman. No, it's Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar in a match that I felt should be higher up on the card. Now, I'm not saying that these two got great chemistry, but the way that they had been booking this, you would think that these guys meant something, so they'd be up on the card. Now, I don't know if it was because Brock Lesnar didn't want to stay there long. I don't know if Bobby Lashley wanted to stay there long. I don't know what the hell it was. But what we got was bullshit. We got maybe less than 10 to 12 minutes. And what did we get? We get Bobby Lashley attacking a Brock Lesnar before he even gets into the ring. Then we get the fight, which the match itself was more like a fight than anything else. Bobby puts the hurt lock finally on a Brock Lesnar, locks his hands, turning Brock beet red. And I gotta say this honestly, I was filming this earlier, but my card malfunctioned right at this point, which pissed me off. And I was already pissed off as it was, so I was starting to almost, But we get Brock Lesnar going into a corner, kicking himself back, landing on Bobby, who refused to let go of the lock, and the match is over. And you see Brock Lesnar, if I'm putting any images in, I'm putting just this image of Brock looking totally beaten down, and then making it all about Brock may have won that, but he survived it. And I'm going, what the actual fuck did I just witness? They spent weeks upon weeks trying to make this mean something. And I'm not saying that they're supposed to make it great. But this is before Survivor Series. And instead of you saving this for Survivor Series and trying to make it mean something, you throw it on Crown Jewel as a match that literally made no damn sense. Why would you have it like this unless they're going to do a stipulation match at Survivor Series to make up for this? This made no damn sense. Flat out, I don't care what anybody says, this was bullshit. Next, the next match that made even less sense, and then it made me terrified on the possible booking of it. And I'm hoping it's not. But we get a rematch from Raw that was pre-taped of Damage Control versus Bliss and Asuka, where Asuka and Bliss win the titles. And the moment I saw this, I'm going like, why are they doing a rematch? They wouldn't be crazy. At first, I'm going like, this is stupid. Until I saw Asuka and Alexa Bliss in the back. And then you see the symbol of I'm going like, no, they would not. That was the very moment I thought, no, they would not tease Alexa Bliss some reason dealing with a Bray Wyatt. And that they would make them job because of it. Well, I was kind of glad it didn't happen, but guess what? They did drop the titles because of freaking Nikki Cross, who made no sense in the match before the match where the Damage Control lost the titles to Asuka and Alexa. Now you have Alexa Bliss being attacked by Nikki Cross, who feels not even legitimate because she hasn't won not one match yet. As Nikki Cross, Sanity. Sanity's Nikki Cross should have been allowed to win matches before anything of the major roster of either Alexa Bliss, Asuka, dealing with either members of Damage Control, dealing with Bayley. It don't matter. You should have built her up, and they didn't. So you get her messing up the match. Damage Control gets the titles back, which means nothing. I don't care if the people in, what is the place's name? Riyadh were cheering their asses off to some parts of that match. And oh, almost forgot. They had 2,000 drones that were overhead. I think I'm going to show the shot of Bianca Belair's insignia when I do their match, which is going to be next. I'm not doing these in order. I'm not. This is not getting ordered. But that was stupid. Next, we get we get the last woman standing match. And now I'm putting that image in my face of the 2,000 drones, which was quite interesting. Think about it, guys. You got 2,000 possible drones, and they're probably like the quad drones. If anybody's seen what a quad drone looks like, some of them can be about this size, some could be this size, some can be almost bigger than my body. And they had 2,000 of them. The only way they can make that work is by computer control, which was quite interesting. And it was pretty good to go with this match. Now, will everyone like this match? No. But it wasn't a bad match. We got chairs thrown into the situation. We got ladder thrown into the situation. We got a table, which was bad. Let me give you like this. The match between them both was all right. Bianca was mostly showing her dominance until we got a little bit of a Bayley finally getting back at her. You see me botching because at one point we get a golf cart. First time we got a golf cart in any last man or woman standing match, at least as far as I know in WWE. It's in my face. Then we get the golf cart, stops at the tables that Bayley had set up earlier in that match. Then you see Bayley grabbing Bianca's hair and Bianca wanting to pull her down with her hair to land on the table and shatter it. But guess what? Bayley doesn't shatter the table. She bounces off of it, cracking it, and it goes somewhat like this. And even when it comes to Wade Barrett or Stu Barrett, he makes it very clear it is worse when the table don't break than when it breaks. And I believe the back of Bayley's back caught the edge of it, or her head almost. That was bad. What do we get in the end? We get Bayley trapped in a ladder, shoved under one of the turnbuckles in one of the corners, and she gets counted out. And I believe I got a shot. I'll put that in my face. Whoa. I didn't hate the match. I did. It wasn't that bad of a match. But I was worried for Bayley because of that table problem. That's just me. And I wish I didn't have the bad taste in my mouth of the women's unified tag title match before that even happens. Now, the match that came after that tag match for the women was a steel cage match of Karrion Kross versus a Drew McIntyre. Now, we get Scarlett, and I believe I got a shot of her. This is where it gets interesting. As you know, no body part can be shown in the Middle East like that. Normal clothes and ring attire for women is forbidden. So they have to wear full body suits. Either latex or any type of fabric that doesn't tear easily. You get the same from Scarlett. But Scarlett, to try and make herself different, decided, and I believe it's in my face now, she had spikes stuck into her face. Stuck onto her face, a whole bunch of spikes, so she looked different. Really? Let me get this straight. You couldn't just leave Scarlett Bordeaux the way she was. You had, I don't care if it's Scarlett or someone else, decided to try and differentiate herself from the other women. They decided to stick spikes like you would have on a leather jacket. Like Chris Jericho's leather jacket when he was the Painmaker. Really? I'm like, what the fuck? You cover up a gorgeous looking woman's face. You can't show her body. You can't. Even though she's wearing leather where most guys would like it, and women too. But she can't just show all her curves off because she has to wear something over, because if they show too much curves, that's also bad. So they put spikes on her face, or she decides to put spikes on her face to differentiate herself. You see me botching to make herself look different from the other women. Really? In the end, what did we get? a good match from both. But then when you see Scarlett spray a little bit of mace in the face of Drew McIntyre, which really didn't last that long, Drew kind of messed up. Instead of dragging it out a little bit longer, maybe at least another 2 minutes or so, he didn't last that long with sprayed mace in his face along with the ref. The ref got sprayed in the face along with Drew McIntyre. He didn't stay sprayed for long. And then he didn't act like he was still maced after the match was over much. I mean, he did go like this somewhat, but he didn't really play that much into it as far as you're supposed to. Sorry, the weather in New York is messed up and my throat's messed up. But I felt that Drew could have lasted a little bit longer acting like he had mace in his eyes. Honestly, I felt he should have. But that's just me. That's just my critique of the match. The match itself was a solid match. I didn't mind Drew dealing with Killer Cross. I know, I didn't. I should say Kyrian, but I like calling Killer. You know, I gotta ask you guys a question. If you've seen Impact Wrestling when he was there and that was Killer Cross, what look did you like of him? You like him with hair? Or do you like him without hair? Weirdly enough, he looks way more menacing without hair than he does with it. Actually, I thought he was going bald. That was the reason why he was shaved his head. I thought he was already going bald. Because a lot of guys do that. Usually they go bald so they don't have to worry about dealing with people staring at their head. So that's just me, guys. Tell me below. Now, and here is the 6-man tag. The OC's going up against Judgment Day. Now, guys, I don't hate Judgment Day. I love Rhea Ripley's work now. Rhea is owning her position as the X Factor. Honestly, Finn's okay. He's not bad as the Prince. Damian Priest is fine. The person that still feels awkward is Dominic. I'm sorry. I'm not against Dominic. But it doesn't feel like he's owning his character. He still feels off. And also his ring work still needs work. I mean, yeah, he's been in wrestling, what? Like 4 years now? 3 years? So he still needs work. But the character is a problem with me. But the person who's so over, whose character works great, is Rhea Ripley. She is going to be the most over of all of Judgment Day. That's in my humble position. But then you get this match, which feels like it needed a stipulation. It felt like it. You feel like Judgment Day and the OCs need a stipulation to really make this mean something. And there isn't one. I will say that Michael Cole did mention the Bullet Club. Now, it doesn't mean he hasn't done it before, explaining the Bullet Club. It's just that knowing that they're allowed to do that now, that Finn was the one who started the Bullet Club, AJ was a part of it, Carl Anderson was a part of it, Luke Gallows was a part of it. It's good to see them actually mentioning it because it does give us something. And also, Carl Anderson as the Neverweight Champion still of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He doesn't say New Japan Pro Wrestling, but he does say that he's the Neverweight Champion. It's a nice breath of fresh air. Something we don't get from WWE. And if Vince was there, not only would Carl had to drop that title to New Japan and come into the company again, they would never mention a Bullet Club. Never, because Vince could never stand it. So it's good to see this. Yes, it's been now nearly 3 months since Vince stepped down and Triple H has taken over, but it is good to see it. In the end, Judgment Day wins, but what do they win? The rivalry feels like it needs something more. It needs a stipulation to make someone pay something. Maybe Dominic. Dom needs to pay a price. I really wish they would do that. Because Dom is the situation here. He's the true X Factor, other than Rhea really getting over the most. If Dom truly is meant to be something, they need to give a stipulation that he has to pay a damn price. Or AJ needs to pay a price, like join Judgment Day, or Dom has to do something. Something. Maybe be forced to go to NXT for a couple of months, and that we had to see him suffer there. Something. I'm just saying. The match that I did not want to see And the match that literally was the most stupidest match compared to what happened to Bobby Lashley and oh man. You know what I'm talking. I'm sure whoever saw Crown Jewel, you know what I'm talking about. Omos versus Braun Strowman. You know that match was not something everybody wanted to see. And then when you see this match, which was the most stupidest fucking match, where they're trying to copy Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant to a certain extent, was freaking stupid. Stupid beyond fuck. Sorry if I hurt your ears. Sorry, guys. This was fucking stupid. Now, did they trash talk at first? Yeah, it was fun. Was it interesting to see Braun Strowman get his ass whooped? Yes, it was. Was it good to see Braun Strowman getting basically pinned as well as slammed? Yes. There was no problem. The thing I did like, when you see the Braun Strowman Express, he runs around the corner to try and knock Omos down and he gets laid out. That was believable. I liked it. That was the only thing I liked of the entire match. That Braun did let Omos lay him out when he tried to run him down. That was the best thing. But the ending of this match was the most fucking stupid thing. Really? Why did they even do this here? They could have done it on Raw. They could have done it on SmackDown. Honestly, you could have done this on SmackDown. You could have had the match on SmackDown. And it wouldn't have done anything other than this. It was stupid. You have Omos, who was so dominant, finally lose to one power slam. He doesn't try to fight it. He doesn't do anything. 2 or 3 power slams would have made sense, even though I didn't want to see the thing drag out. But one power slam laid him out. You defeat a giant with a monster. That easily is stupid. Why have the damn match? Why have this match? What was the point of this match? But for someone to get this and another guy to get this. Because they do get paid extra to go to Saudi. They do get extra when they go over there because that's a lot to deal with. Look, I don't hate nobody in the Middle East. If anybody, any Middle Eastern subscribers there, I love you. But you know it's more difficult for an American to be over there, particularly American or American female, male or female. It's a little more difficult in your country because the ideals are different and yet they have to be very careful not to offend. And that's understandable. No one wants to offend anybody from the Middle East and don't want to offend the fans that are there. They're fans, but also in a different culture. Don't want it to offend you, but it's easy to be frustrated. They're going there for this, not only to represent something different that you deal with, but still, this was stupid. Already spoke. Okay. How can I say this? Was the tag match between the Brawling Brutes and the Usos good? Yes. I liked it. Never have a problem with it. I do worry that I think Jimmy might have hurt his shoulder. He might have hurt his left shoulder during the match because he was really squinting pretty badly. I could be wrong and I'm hoping he's fine. But when you see this match, it was alright. And pretty much you see still WWE Unified Tag Team Champions are still the Usos. Now here's the problem. Usos are now about to break the record. And it might break at Survivor Series. Or just before, I think. Now, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to be the Viking Raiders that's going to be dealing with the Usos? No. You think it's going to be... do you actually going to believe it's going to be the Alpha Academy that's going to deal with the Usos? No. You think it's going to be anyone else? Maybe El Fantasma. I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. Del El Fantasma. I believe that's Legend El Fantasma in English. I could be wrong. It's going to be New Day. Now here's the thing. We haven't seen New Day deal with the Usos in quite a while. But here's the problem. And here's the problem. I understand there's a story there. The New Day wants to keep their legacy as the longest reigning tag champions. But do I want to see the Usos go up against New Day again? No. I'm being honest here. Honestly, I don't want to see New Day with Xavier Woods and Kofi go up against the Usos again. I've seen it multiple times. So many times before. And even though it's been a bit of a time since they have been dealing with each other, I don't want to see it. I want to see the Viking Raiders. I want to see La Del El Fantasma. I believe that's what they're called. I want to see them. I want to see Alpha Academy. I want to see more tag teams, not the same tag teams over and over again. Even if it's been a while since they dealt with each other. That's just me, you guys, tell me below. I know not everyone's going to agree with me. And it was a hard decision to think this because I still love New Day. Even though we have not seen anything of Big E. He's still out. Either he's still haven't fully recovered. Maybe he's doing something else outside of WWE. I don't know. He's still not there. I'm just saying. Now, when it came to the final match of the night, Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. We knew that Logan had to deliver. Did he? Yes, he did deliver. He's like Bad Bunny. They took this very seriously. Logan took this very seriously. Whether you like him or you hate him as a YouTuber and an influencer, it don't matter. Did he take this seriously? Yes, he did. Did a good job? Yes, he did. And once you saw the Usos come out, once you saw his brother Jake, who took out the Usos, which I'm going, what the fuck? Are you serious? And it's understandable, they had to. But the key of this was the interaction between Logan and Roman nearing the end of that match. Because once Logan got a really good hit to the ear, it looked like he got hit right here. When he started going like this, he got hit here. I believe I got a shot of it. I think. I managed to get a replay before I managed to start doing this. And I think I caught the shot where he actually got landed by a almost full punch from Logan Paul. Right in near the ear, near the neck. Somewhere right behind the ear. Now, when you get hit there, you could actually get dazed. You could. Because remember, the ear canal is right here. And if you get hit right, you could get a little dazed. You could. Now, seeing that, what was the guy's name? Seeing that Logan Paul's friends were at ringside, behind the barricade, and I believe, what was the guy? Oh, I forgot his name. It's been so long. From FaZe Clan. I think that's the guy from FaZe Clan. He gave him his phone, Logan. Logan decided, after taking a couple of selfies and doing some video, to jump off the top turnbuckle, one of the ring posts, with the damn phone in hand. Not even Austin Fury would be that stupid. That could have done some serious damage if it landed wrong. It could have killed one of them. If it gone between them both or something, someone could die that way. So that was very dangerous. But it looked like they were both all right. In the end, Roman Reigns won. I'm not surprised. He did keep acting like this. And I believe I got a shot of him still doing it when he was right next to Paul Heyman. That's in my face. But let's put this in perspective. Was this Crown Jewel a good show? Fuck no. I'm saying it right now. The opening match made no sense. The tag match for the women made no sense because of what happened Monday in their recordings there. When you look at the 6-man tag, felt like it needed a stipulation. They needed more and it wasn't enough. The last woman standing match was good. I didn't have a problem with it. Omos versus Braun Strowman was a monstrosity. It's not the point, and I'm making it clear right now. I'm not an Omos fan, and I'm not a big Braun Strowman fan. But here's the thing. It's not about if I hate these guys personally. It's about what was booked. You wanted these guys to mean something as the Giant versus the Monster. And you have Omos get pinned after just one power slam from Braun Strowman was stupid. I'm not saying it needed to add an extra 5 minutes, but it should have to make Braun Strowman look like he had to work and struggle more than what he did and made Omos look at least decent. They did not do that. That was freaking stupid. But we got a good tag match. We got a good last woman standings match. And the main title match was good as well. I'm not saying it was great, an amazing match, but it was good. Logan Paul did a good job. He took it seriously, like I said. He did not take this as a joke like some other people come in and made it into a damn joke. He took it seriously. He did a damn buckshot lariat. Yes, he did. Yes, he went and did exactly what Hangman Page did. He came off the ropes, did a forward flip, and he clotheslined the shit out of a Roman Reigns. He really took this seriously. I respect that. Do I like the guy in real life? I don't know him. Can he look like he's a dick and a prick? Hell yes, he does. But did he do a good job in the ring? Yes, he did, and I will give him that. So this show was not great. It had a few matches on it I liked. A lot of this made no damn sense. I don't know about what JD is going to say. I don't know about what Just Alex is going to say. I don't know what Solomons is going to say. I haven't seen him in a while. I got to check him out. But I don't know what those guys are going to say. For me personally, this was a bust pay-per-view. I wish they didn't have to do it just on the heels of, well, not on the heels, just about to do Survivor Series. Survivor Series is around in the next couple of weeks. I wish they didn't have to do this at this month. I wish it had been in October they did Crown Jewel, not freaking November. At least then they would have a month to build into a Survivor Series that's supposed to have actually a War Games in it. This is just me. Peace.